What's up guys, it's Ty here. Today I am taking you through exactly how I set up my paddle. So right here I have the SLK Era Power. This is by far my favorite paddle. If you haven't already got it, make sure that you check it out and you get one for yourself. It's by far the best paddle I think Selkirk has made. So this one is a little bit used already, but there's no tungsten tape on it and it has an old overgrip. So I think first things first, let's grab my eraser and let's get off all of this dust from the ball. So I'm gonna do that first. And you can't really mess up your face with this. Some people think like you can take the grit off the paddle, but I don't really think it does much other than just get off all the dust. And sometimes there's some marks that you can't get off, like maybe there. And that's okay. It's not gonna ruin your paddle, but it's just kind of what happens. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that first. You gotta muscle it sometimes. And then also on the edge here, it's kind of scuffed. Sometimes I try and see if I can take it off with the eraser as well. I can't always do it because sometimes they're kind of permanent from just scrapes on the court or the concrete. Or sometimes you throw your paddle and you get upset. And that's okay. We all get mad sometimes. So that looks pretty good there. It's nothing too fancy other than you get the dust off and maybe get a little more spin. I think that's kind of what it does. So I'll put this back. Next thing is we want to take this overgrip off. It's pretty dirty. And I can usually just tear it with my hands, but if you can't get it off with your hands, you can get a pair of scissors and cut the edge here and then pull it off. So unwrap it here. And I actually have the stock grip underneath this. But I also like to take off the stock grip. It is a great grip, I think, when you're starting out. But for those of you who have never experimented with overgrips, you can put an overgrip over the stock. It's a little thick for me. So what I do is I take off this stock grip and later I'll show you, but I put on this undergrip or underwrap. So I'll take this off again. And this is just the grip that comes with the paddle when you first buy it. So if I were you, I would definitely play with the stock grip first to see if you like it. If you play well with it, then keep it, but I just preferably like the feel of a fresh overgrip. I just think it's a little more tacky and just provides me a better grip overall. So this may look a little scary. Your paddle is basically just, stock and from the factory now. So just be careful about the side here. Sometimes these pieces can pop out a little bit. So on the side, just right here. And then the butt cap should stay on, it's stapled. But don't worry, you're not breaking your paddle by taking all this off. It just doesn't have a grip on it. So this can be thrown away, don't need that. Now I have this Underwrap here. I can link it in the description, but this is just a Yonex Underwrap. I like it. It provides cushion underneath the overgrip. That's the whole purpose of this. So let's start with that. So I start at the top and work my way down. You don't start towards the throat here, you start at the butt cap. So this stuff is very thin. So I probably go, here, I'll show you up close actually, but I start like this and wrap it, I think that's, let's see, that's clockwise, not counterclockwise. So I'm a righty. I'm holding the paddle with my left hand and wrapping clockwise here. So just working my way down the paddle. Spinning, spinning. Okay, so once I get all the way down, I go all the way back up again. And that's just because I like it a little bit thicker. Okay, so you can see it's nice and yellow. I don't really see a whole lot of black anymore. So once you see like basically just all yellow, like solid yellow, you know that you have a good layer there. So now I can tear it off, just pull it, and then try and stick it on with your hand nice and tight. Okay, so now we have our underwrap. This is the first part. Second part now is I get my Selkirk overgrip. So I'll take one out here. This is the thing that keeps the overgrip secured on the paddle, so make sure you don't lose this. Some people lose it. I just like to stick it to something close by. I can keep it on the chair here for now. So undo the overgrip all the way. And then some people think this is like a tacky adhesive, but it's not. You just take off this little plastic piece and you could throw this away. You don't need it. But it feels adhesive, but it's really just kind of grippy. So don't worry about like messing it up or anything. The next part is this end here has a little piece. This is adhesive at the very tip. So what you do is you grab the tip of the overgrip. Again, you start at the end, the cap of the paddle. I'll stick it on here like so. And again, work my way clockwise, okay? So I go all the way around one time, like that. Okay, so once I go all the way around once, I start going down and leave about probably this much room, like, or wrap over each layer. So I don't know if that's maybe like ½ an inch or something. I don't know my measurements that well, so bear with me. But you just try to keep each wrap the same amount so that it's a consistent feel. So I work my way all the way down slowly. Keep it tight. You don't want to have any big creases or anything because then it's going to feel weird in your hand. So I go all the way down until I get to the basic, close to the USA Pickleball logo there. So now you got to pull it tight, and then you should be able just to tear it off with your hand. So pull it hard, and this is trash. You don't need that. Can't really use it for any other paddle, sadly. Now you grab your little piece of tape that you put at the top, take off the back pieces, and wherever that end of the overgrip is where you first start it. So I'm gonna start it right here at the top, put it on. Now pull it, keep it tight, you have to keep it tight, and just go all the way around at the top of the paddle. And this just makes sure that your overgrip stays in place. That looks pretty good. It's a good overgrip. You can see, this is what I was talking about, the in-between. You want these grooves to be very similar. So I didn't get this one perfect, but you can't really ever get it too perfect. But this is pretty solid here. Okay, so now that we have the overgrip and the underwrap on, we're moving on to tungsten tape. First things first, Chick-fil-A. If you want to sponsor, there's an opportunity here. You're not in pickleball yet, so just water though. You get your tungsten tape. Okay, I got my Selkirk tungsten tape. This is better than lead tape. Lead tape actually isn't safe to use, although I've never had anything happen to me, but this is better for you. And all you do here is I take 2 strips of this. So you can tear this down the middle here like this once you get it. Oh, I didn't do that perfectly. It can be a little tricky, but the back of this is adhesive and will stick to the paddle permanently, or basically permanently. So I'm basically gonna put 1 strip on each edge, starting at the bottom here, like 1 finger space away from the overgrip. So about starting here and then all the way up to the edge. So I take the adhesive off, start it here, finger space away. So I get my pointer finger right there, and I set the adhesive on the very center of the edge, and then put it all the way down. And sometimes the tungsten tape can kind of separate or kind of break, but as long as it's all close together, that's kind of what you want it to look like, just like this. So I'll do the same on the other side. Oh, don't drop your paddle. It won't break, but they have feelings.
Wow, James Ignatowicz takes the match in.
They don't actually. I throw my paddles when I'm mad. Okay. Basically what this does is down here at the corners, this is where stability comes from. So if you put any piece of weight there, that's stability. In the middle here, this is for a larger sweet spot. It enhances the sweet spot a lot more. And then at the head of the paddle, this will increase, basically, you're gonna get more spin and power from that. I don't personally like that because I feel like I get enough power and pace already. A lot of tennis players like to put tape up here, but for me, I just like it one strip all the way because I get a slightly bigger sweet spot and I get just more control with my paddle. I don't always do this, but it looks nice sometimes when you have a completely white edge. So I have electrical tape here and I'm just gonna put it literally all the way around the paddle. And so it'll just make this look cleaner if there's any like black marks on the edge or anything. So I just start at the very bottom towards the handle and go all the way around. And now you got a good looking edge, so it's nice and shiny. That's gonna about wrap it up for how I set up my paddle and why I do what. This is just what I prefer. You may have a different preference, a different way you like to set up your paddle, but I think this is a pretty well balanced paddle and it plays exactly how I like it. So anyways, if you like this video, make sure that you share it with someone who maybe doesn't understand, or drop a comment of maybe how you set up your paddle. Anyways, thanks for watching and subscribe.